In this video we share Saint Joseph's prophetic message to Sister Mary Neuzil. Anyone who advocates the sanctity of marriage and the family will be persecuted and discriminated against because this is the key issue on which everything rests. Many do not know that during the famous alleged apparitions of Our Lady to a nun in America from 1950 to the early 1980s, the Blessed Mother was accompanied by her husband on earth, Saint Joseph, whose time seems to have come now, and these messages are more relevant than ever. Pope Francis dedicated 2021 to him. Although there has never been official pastoral church approval, these messages carry the nihil prep and imprimatur of Archbishop Paul Leibold of Cincinnati. As early as March 11, 1958, Our Lady told the nun, Sister Mary Neuzil, that Saint Joseph would come on the eve of his feast and convey a message to her. Prepare well. There will be a special message. My holy spouse has an important role to play in bringing peace, she told her. When Joseph appeared, as promised, to the infamous nun, he said, "Kneel down, my daughter, for what you will hear and what you will write will bring countless souls into a new way of life. I bring to the souls the purity and obedience that crowned it. May the fathers imitate my great purity of life, and the deep respect I have shown for my immaculate wife. Fathers must come to me to learn obedience to authority, to the church always, as fiancés of God, to the laws of the country in which they live, as long as they do not go against God and their neighbor. Mine was perfect obedience to the divine will. Being careless in this is most displeasing to God, and those who oppose him in the next world will be severely punished." According to Sister Neuzil, who spent the last years in Fostoria, Ohio, Saint Joseph added, "Let fathers be an example to their children and neighbors, never voluntarily doing anything that could cause scandal among God's people. Fatherhood is from God and it must regain its rightful place among men." Sister Neuzil, who died in 2000, said she saw Joseph's purest heart lying on a brown cross. "It seemed to me that at the top of my heart, in the midst of the flames that spilled, was a pure white lily." During his second appearance on March 19, 1958, the great but usually hidden saint told the nun that he wanted to set aside a day in honor of fatherhood. "In this way, the Holy Trinity wants to honor me so that every fatherhood may be blessed in my unique fatherhood." The Blessed Virgin Mary told Sister Mary Neuzil that if the world lives up to this message of Joseph's purity, it can be spared great punishment. Although these are actually the only messages of Saint Joseph to the world, they are not unusual because Our Lady also sent an important message through the seer from Fatima, which is going in that direction. "The last battle between God and Satan will be fought through family and marriage," said Sister Lucia dos Santos, in a 1980 letter to the Bishop of Bologna, Cardinal Carlo Caffaro. In 2008, the Italian magazine Voce di Padre Pio published an interview with the Cardinal, who spoke about this attack on the family, the pillar of fatherhood and the pillar of motherhood that the devil destroys for a reason, first of all impurity. Pope John Paul II knew that the marriage of a man and a woman is a pillar of society within generations. When that last pillar collapses, the whole building will explode. Cardinal Caffaro quotes the former pope in the mentioned interview. Pope John Paul II therefore founded the Pontifical Institute for Marriage and the Family in 1980 and appointed Cardinal Caffaro rector. The cardinal wrote a letter to Sister Lucia, who was then a nun in a convent, to pray for this intention. He soon received a return letter from her from which we quote, "Anyone who advocates the sanctity of marriage and the family will be persecuted and discriminated against because this is the key issue on which everything rests. Thank you for supporting my channel. May God bless you and keep you. Our Lady, Queen of Peace, pray for us."